Hey, my name is Meg. My pronouns are she, they. I'm playing our favorite socially anxious godling druid, Allura, whose pronouns are they, them. And I'm also playing our other socially awkward, I have a type, Plumerian, Alejandra Swan, whose pronouns are also they, them.
All right, that should be better. Jess.
Hi there, I'm Jess. My pronouns are she, her. Tonight, I will be playing Glyph, the Automata Rogue. His pronouns are they, them, and I will also be playing Lady Twillia Thistlewhistle, the Nuthatch Plumerian, whose pronouns are she, her. And I am recovering.
No, go ahead.
Recovering from being sick, so I apologize if I sound bad.
Eve. You're muted.
I'm muted. There we go. I'm no longer
our theme.
muted. As well as being muted, I am also Eve, and I will be playing TK37, the telekinetic goblin super soldier, as well as Delata Didgeridoo, the child thief.
And Jason.
Meg forgot about that.
I was like, child thief? You bitch!
Oh, right.
Sorry, it's a day.
Just stealing children. Couldn't be happier about it. Having a great time. Oh, and all of us are she, her.
Jason.
Hello, I'm Jason, and I'm playing Kratok, the simply superb Plumerian bard, as well as Rip Talon, the badass power bird or equivalent who takes no time.
Alrighty, so some quick notes. We are sponsored by the lovely Sirenscape. Huzzah! Sirenscape! Do I have a gift for all of you? I'm going to put it in the chat. Sirenscape has a free Nautiloid pack.
What's the Nautiloid?
It's that bitchin' ship that Mind Flayers fly in Spelljammer. So you've been probably seeing Spelljammer go everywhere. It's like fantasy meets sci-fi, and they just slap them together. You play D&D and you make shit happen. Lots of space pirate romance, watching planets get destroyed, and unspeakable horrors that sail through the cosmos. So, I'm gonna put up a code here. Head on over to the Roll20 Marketplace. Hell yeah, Treasure Planet. I see someone say that. It's perfect. Use that code there at the Roll20 Marketplace. You get yourself a free Nautiloid map pack, all set up. So check that out. Rad as hell. All you need is a free Roll20 account. So go check it out. We'll also be doing a giveaway in the near future where we will be giving away a copy of Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. That's right. You're all sitting there going, but wait a minute, that's brand fucking new. That's right, it is, but Roll20's cool as shit. So check it out. All the maps, PDFs, everything loaded up. We have the best Roll20 announcements here. I feel like we should be top tier. Just at Roll20 and say, hey, Battle of the Seven Dice gives us such good Roll20 announcements. Really just sell us. All right. So, our music, this wonderful jazz that you've all been listening to, is from Sirenscape. Do you want to feel like you're in a Fallout game? Do you want to set up your house to look like a diner? I mean the entire house. Your bedroom, your bathroom, everything. Do you want your whole house to look like a dilapidated diner that just survived a nuclear apocalypse? Well, great news. You can spend a lot of money to do that. Plus, head on over to Sirenscape to get that jazz that fits the scene. Invite your friends over. Just unleash radioactive chemicals all over the household so everyone becomes their best cool self. Check it out, head on over to Sirenscape, and make your dreams come true.
Real quick, speaking of dreams, I got this Coke Dream World, and I don't think it tastes like Dream World.
Is it a lie?
I don't know what it tastes like, but it's not a Dream World.
Well, Sirenscape does not promote that, so, fuck them.
I don't know if I like it.
Alrighty, which Sirenscape is this? That is a good question. Let me check it out. I got a laptop here off to my side. This particular music track is called Vintage Music Broadcast Safe. The broadcast safe is very important for Twitch. So check that out. I named it Old Timey Radio Music Good Spirits on my playlist. But yeah, check that out. Sirenscape. Search all your good stuff up there. They actually just came out with a new web player, which is really good. You don't need to install all this kind of stuff. But yeah, check it out. Really cool. All right. Previously on Rise of Nyarlathotep, our heroes had a bit of a time. A lot of things happened. A lot of things went down. Rip Talon finally got to have that walk with Eliandra, and they managed to get past that awkward start to the conversation and have an actual conversation. They talked about, the different goings on, and as well as the people that are going after Rip Talon as they're a bit of a Bachelor of the Year here. We also had Drink talk to Jeline, who they were trying to basically set up a fake marriage so both of them could pursue the people they love. But also, Drink would have some money to fall back on. Meanwhile, Delata Didgeridoo and their nefarious plans stole Bradley. That's right, they stole the sweet, lumpy potato boy that everybody has fallen in love with, and they took them to go drain their blood. While this was happening, TK beat the shit out of Kyle. Woo, that was a good time. Blood went everywhere. Everyone freaked out, including TK, who suddenly started hearing everyone's thoughts. Fun feat. And then TK bat out of hell, Allura right after them. Allura tried to talk TK down. It's hard to do. Both sat down in a pond, as you do. But as this automobile drove right by, which we saw was Delata Didgeridoo and Bradley, Allura suddenly felt weakened and collapsed forward. Meanwhile, Kritok, Weary, and Trust managed to put Kyle in a room with a ball in the cup. After some strategic planning, they managed to keep Kyle distracted with this very intricate tool that they use to test people's intelligence. So Kyle was working on ball in a cup. They split off. Weary went with Trust, talked in a forest. Bam! Proposal! It was wonderful. There was love. There was kisses. There was all sorts of good stuff. Proposal happened. Weary said yes, by the way. Hooray! So now, let us enter this wonderful story. We gaze upon the Crestfeather estate that is in a flux of emotions. We see a tiefling couple together in a warm and loving embrace. The words of union were uttered and plans had begun to spin in each of their heads. At a pond not too far away, we see a goblin woman whose legs shake from fatigue, holding her godling friend's head above the water as they become incredibly pale. Plumerians casually walk among the gardens, planning, plotting, wooing as they dance the dance of nobility, one that is designed both to conceal secrets and give a shining performance for those who look upon from shadowy places. Inside the Crestfeather estate, we see Kritok apologetically talking to Lord Crestfeather, who is beyond exhausted, while servants rush around the dining room cleaning up blood from Kyle's recent adventures into head trauma. Up in a small room a few floors above, we see Kyle flicking his wrist expertly, landing a ball in a cup while a figure watches from the shadows, flicking a blade that catches the glint of the light every few seconds. But our story does not start here. No, our story begins in the proper city of Saria, away from the nobles' manors and estates. We see two walking up to a tailor shop. One, a being made of metals and fine clothes. The other, a smaller Plumerian who walks with a pep in their step, as though all things are right in the world. We begin with these two stepping through the doors of the shop, seeing a variety of beautiful handmade clothing adorning the walls, shelves, and mannequins. And we begin with Jess talking to themselves.
Yes, so Glyph and Twillia could not look more different. Glyph is very, very tall, very thin, very angular. Twillia is very small and round and yellow and beribboned and has her lovely morning/afternoon hat on. And they have arrived here to pick up everyone's outfits for the ball. And they also have another reason. So they are looking around at all the hats. And Twillia says, "Yes, I so wanted to invite you. I know you've been traveling with Cousin Kritok and you're such good friends. I know you surely will know what he will appreciate in a gift." And Glyph is just realizing they haven't been in a tailor shop in a long time. It's nice. And there's just rows of hats, and they're just taking a look, and they say, "Yes, surely we can find something for Katak." And they browse, and they peruse, and they land on the perfect hat. And it looks similar to Katak's original season 1 little hat.
Alpine hat.
Yeah, his little alpine hat. But it's a good deal nicer, and it's this dark green with kind of inlaid brighter green, and the feather is long and stately, and it's white, but it turns the same bright blue as Kratak's his crest feathers. And so after probably an hour of looking at hats, this is the one they land on, and it's perfect, and they just this is the one. And then without any preamble, really, Twillia goes, "Ooh," and kind of trots away and comes back with a hat. And it's dark purple, almost black. And the rim, the wide rim, is hanging with crystals. And Twillia's like, "Now, I'm not sure if this is a bit much." And Glyph just takes it and just puts it on. And it's just, it looks great. It's so great. And it's just kind of admiring it. And Twillia trots over and it's just, "Oh, that's perfect. It's so you. It's so regal. Just imagine you arrive at the Crest Feather Ball." And they say, "And here, arriving, Sir Glyph." And they kind of stop. They go, "I mean, Honorable Glyph." And Glyph kind of stands. He kind of straightens. And is like, "Sir Glyph. Interesting." And Twilly's not sure what to make about that. It's just kind of like, "Oh, yes, of course, you're going to look amazing. We do need to collect the other the goods." And we go and we collect everybody's clothes. And Glyph, it's kind of not sheepish, but just kind of looking at the parcels. And Twillia kind of picks up on that. It's like, is there something else we need, dear?" "Well, we have a gift for Katak. That gift is from you, and from the other guests. It would be nice to get him something from me, and maybe something for the others." And Twillia's eyes just light up, and she's like, of course we'll get them gifts. Oh, I know the city like the back of my wing. Let's go." And then shopping montage.
Someone
so
follows you with
seems-
instruments too to make the
Yes.
montage official.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's like
It's Dudley.
no.
Little bongos as they follow along. Just
So they shop, and they just realize they have a lot in common. Like, just they both have lived kind of in this world of nobility. They've both been to a lot of balls, a lot of events. And they have a moment where Twilly is saying how you can't, everyone thinks you need just a tower of champagne glasses, but you really don't. Anything more than 4 levels of champagne glasses. And at the same time, Glyph says anything more than 4 levels of champagne glasses is tacky. And they just... So they do purchase a number of gifts, which will be described when they are given to the characters. And the last thing they do is they go to a jewelry shop, and Twilly is like, I have to pick this up for Lord Crestfeather. Generally, he'll pick it up himself, but he's just having some trouble today, so I'm picking it up. I've known the Crestfeathers since I was basically an egg. And we pick it up, and it's a velvet box, and you see Twillia and Glyph open it. But you don't see what's inside it from your perspective, and you just see them going, ooh, and the lights.
So it's a Pulp Fiction.
Yes,
globe.
it's the Pulp Fiction jewelry box. So we have that, And then we leave and stop kind of, it's like a little cafe kind of by say a river, not a river, like a little stream, and it's lovely and people are shopping. And Glyph's just kind of leaning on the railing and watching everyone come and go. And it's just nice. It's just nice to be out and about and just being normal. And they're kind of just enjoying the moment. And Twillia comes back and has like 2 fancy fresh floral lemonades. And is like, to a good shopping day, and hands one to Glyph and takes a sip. And then again, that same kind of look when she called them sir. And she's like, oh, I didn't even think to ask if you care for lemonade. They have so many other flavors. This is my favorite. And I've never had anyone not like it. And Glyph kind of just swirls the glass and kind of just stares at it for a moment. And Twilly's like, I should have asked. I'm really sorry. You don't have to drink it, of course, if you don't like lemonade. And Glyph's like, no, it's not the lemonade. I greatly appreciate the lemonade. I do feel like there is another question you want to ask me. You've been very polite. Most everyone at the Crestfeather Manor has been very shockingly polite. And Twillia kind of sits down. And Glyph just kind of swirls the drink, kind of expectantly. And Twillia says, well, there have been rumors. I'm not one to gossip, surely. But there were rumors that Cousin Kratok was traveling with an automata. But not a normal, say, a regular automata, but a independent automata. Glyph's just swirling their drink, puts it down, and kind of takes off their glove and rolls up their sleeve a bit and looks at their hand, their pretty bronze hand. It's like, well, the rumors are true. I am an automata. I suppose I am an independent automata. Yes, a fully independent automata. And that same just delighted sparkle in Twillia's eyes. And she's like, that is fascinating. Personally, I've never met an independent automata. Are you common wherever you're from? I believe you said the Foundry. I can't imagine. And she's kind of like babbling questions. And Glyph's like, no. We are exceedingly rare, actually. I've actually only met others like myself, my same make. I think it is an issue, not an issue, a feature of my specific model. And Twilly is like, really? Oh, that's so interesting, but I can't even... Oh my, that must be so odd to meet other automata who aren't independent. I can't even, in Glyph's like, yes. And very obviously kind of like, oh no, this conversation's going into the weeds real fast. And I'm not gonna roll against myself, but Twillia picks up on this. Don't make me roll against myself again.
Okay.
No, do it. Make her suffer. Make her suffer. You've caused enough pain to us for the last 2 weeks. Make her suffer.
I would just wait for today's episode.
Oh yeah, but Twilly kind of picks up on that. It's like, so you've only met others of your exact make. You meet so many. You see so many automata, and they're just busy working and doing so many jobs, and I can't. I hope I hadn't met one that was independent and I didn't know. And Glyph's like, no. Again, we are exceptionally rare. There may be other instances. I've only met one who was not of similar make. They were a clothes washer, and Twilly's like, a clothes washer. And Glyph's like, but they were not handling their independence well, unfortunately. I think they might have gone a bit awry. And Twilly's like, oh no, that's so unfortunate. But, oh, just imagine having no one on your team, basically. Oh, I can't. Oh, all those poor automata out there. Oh, just with no one to help them kind of navigate. It's so complicated. And I'm gesturing to like the beautiful little cafe and like the beautiful little town. Just life's so difficult at times. And Glyph's like, yes, it is. And Twilly's like, I will have to think on this. This is revolutionary. Honorable Glyph, I must thank you. I'm so happy to have made your acquaintance, not because you are a singularly amazing piece of machinery, but because you are a singularly amazing person. And Glyph's like, oh, thank you. And Twilly's like, yes, we've spent this lovely afternoon together. You have impeccable taste. And the gifts you picked out is clear. You have such care and concern and love for your friends. And Glyph kind of just sits there. It's like, love for my friends is, yes, that's what that is. And Twilly is just like, kind of didn't really hear that and was kind of prattling on, just like, oh, and Kotak's going to love the hat and he's going to love the gift and you're going to look amazing and everyone's going to look amazing and I'm so excited and we should get back. And so they enjoy their time at the cafe and then they catch a carriage and they ride back and just chatting the whole way.
But
No, maybe not.
Something happens.
Oh boy.
You are walking with a number of bags, wonderful things that you've collected along the way.
Mm-hmm.
You catch the glint of red eyes in the sunlight, and you watch as this Bloomerian makes their way over to you, this beautiful loon. They have this, like the spotted white marks along their wings and their neck and their chest. They walk up to you, Twillia.
Hey, are you Twillia?
I am Lady Thiswhistle.
Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Are you Twillia?
Yes, I am Lady Twillia Thiswhistle. How can I help you, sir?
Great. I got a message for you. You know Rip Talon?
I do know, Mr.
Commonly
Talon.
known as a Ripchard among friends?
Twillia's like, she did not know his name was Ripchard.
It's not. It's a fun name that we gave him. But I got a little message for Rip.
Okay.
You tell Rip's dough ain't his no mo. Out with the unfeathered and in with the plume. Rip will know what all that means, but I want you to tell him. Don't tell a servant. Don't tell that Dudley Fluff Feathers with the beautiful music. I want you to tell. I want you to tell Rip. It'll mean more coming from you.
All right.
I got an appointment to make. I'm busy. I'm getting out of here.
Forget about it.
They flap their wings and they take off into the air.
Glyph's standing there, a good, 2 heads taller than Twillia, and is, expertly holding all of the packages they had purchased in bags in, their one arm. It's like, that sounded like a threat. Rip is a colorful character. It might be a code. It could really mean anything. I suppose we'll find out when we tell him.
I didn't say stove, I said dough.
His stove.
His dough ain't his no mo.
He'll never make another pizza.
It's the repo.
So
Okay.
you head back to the vehicle and you load up all the stuff, you take off towards the house. Meanwhile, at the wonderful house that we're speaking of, specifically in a pond, where two very tired people are trying to deal with a difficult moment. Alora, you are feeling this pain. It's a lot. First it hits you hard, and you're trying to figure out what's happening. You feel like all your energy is sapped out of you. You fall forward, and TK grabs you as you're leaning on her. But she's weak as well from everything that's been going on. And so TK, your knees buckle as you're holding on to Alora. Your arms are shaking. And Alora, you feel terrible and afraid. Like something's wrong, but you're not entirely sure what. And TK, you've never seen, like, Alora's like bark-like skin has gone this just pale, almost grayish color. Their eyes look a little sunken. These dark rings form underneath their eyes.
Alora, hey, Alora.
TK. I don't know what's wrong.
Shit. She's gonna try to look out around Alora and see if she can't wave someone down for some help. You
are far away, isolated at the pond. You wanted to get away from everyone.
Yep. This is my own fault.
You tried to take Alora a little more out of the water, and
yeah, she's going to start trying to pull them.
Your left leg gives out as you topple forward. You fall into the water. Alora falls down, and you're both kind of trying to get out of the water, scrambling, and it's a weak affair. From people who took down monsters that were 2-3 stories tall, now you're just trying to get out of this pond to the Crestfeather Estate. You're looking at each other as you're kind of laying there. You've dragged yourself to the side there where it's just a little bit muddy. You're looking at each other. And Alora, you feel this connection. Something's happening to Bradley. You don't know what, but it's not good.
TK.
What's up?
Have you seen Bradley or heard from or of anywhere? Have you heard Bradley?
I know, but look, one thing at a time. Let's get out of the pond.
Yo, God, can I move?
Kind of. You can think of it like this. It's like you had an intense workout and you just collapsed to the ground after, and now you're trying to move your body and it's just really shaky.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just kind of limply get more onto the shore. No, they're Jason, goddammit. They're gone. They're not gone, but something's wrong. Something's very wrong. I can't. Something feels wrong. And it feels like something's wrong with Bradley. Remember how they were a part of me?
Where did you leave him?
I kind of told him to go off and go cause chaos.
Okay. I'm not going to say the first thing that comes to mind.
In my defense...
You know what? To be fair, I will say this situation is distracting TK. She doesn't have to think the bad thoughts.
they were off and flying. I told him to look after the crest feathers and to see what he could find out about them and everything going on, because I don't trust it here. Do you have any idea? I know, like, we have our spider horses in the pens, but I don't think leaving's a better idea.
Do you have anything of his?
All right, God, we're talking for a sec. So theoretically, Bradley's got my DNA.
Yeah.
So does he smell like me?
It's similar, but also Bradley
Like,
is a
it
child,
smells
so
like
they've
your armpits.
Bradley's a
Yeah,
child,
right,
so
like, does he smell-
they've collected numerous things along the way, and they've stolen things. So you probably
I mean,
have
I
things
figured.
in.
I just wanted to see if like that would work just for like proximity's sake and time's sake, but okay.
It's probably like there's stuff in your room, definitely, that Bradley would have been.
There more than likely is. My
Yeah.
child is a hoarder. Or thief. One of the two. Collector. There should be something in his room. But TK, we need to hurry.
Let's go get Bubbles.
Oh, right, Bubbles. Okay.
So the two of you walk shakily and slowly back to the Crestfeather estate. It's dipping a little more into the later afternoon as you're getting there, and you make it to the front steps. You have mud on you, like there's you're wet, you're trailing along, you're using like a stick to help you like walk forward. And this car pulls up, and stepping out of it is Glyph and Twillia. You see those two, and they look rough.
TK looks at Glyph and tries to hide behind the door.
Yeah, I think Twillia and Glyph were like getting out of the car, like mid Twillia finishing a joke and just like laughing, and then we just kind of see y'all, and Glyph just drops the parcels and comes over and doesn't touch y'all because you're like muddy and they don't know what's going on. It's like, Alora, TK, Alora, why? What's going on? You are very muddy.
Yeah, TK also has blood on her.
Are you hurt? Has something happened?
A lot has happened.
And Twillia's like, I will call for assistance, and flutters in to get
No. It's okay. We're gonna take care of it.
Wait. I have a very important task for you. I need you to go find my dog.
Yes, I love dogs. And
His name is Bubbles. You can't miss him. He looks like a bubble.
that is an excellent name for a dog. And she's because she already knows where everybody's rooms are because she knows. So Twillia will go get Bubbles.
So you rush off, and I'll say outside there's probably a few people who are like meandering around this time. Rip, you're coming back from the gardens. You'd finished talking to Eliandra, and you're just enjoying. What, like, Rip was smoking right before?
No, actually, Rip was going to go find Kratok.
Okay, so you're coming up to the front of the house, and you see these people. It's the adventurers from before. Two of them look like they're in quite disarray.
Rip's curious. He'll go up to the group and be like, what's going on here? Is everyone okay?
Yes. No. But yes, we'll take care of it. Could you help? Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name again?
It's Rip Talon. Don't forget it again.
No
Mr.
problem.
Talon, there has clearly been an incident.
Yes. Glyph,
Bradley's missing.
where did the short little one go? What was your friend, Glyph? What was?
Oh, that was Twillia. She's going to get bubbles. Bradley is missing?
Yeah, and something's happened. I don't know how I know, but I went from being okay, and I was with TK, and then
What?
all of a sudden I wasn't okay.
We're having an emergency. There's no time for questions about mud and blood and who beat who with a bottle. We don't have to worry about that at all. None of that matters. Okay, we gotta go find Bradley.
Yes, Bradley is of most important. Glyph just takes a moment, and Glyph doesn't breathe. They're just kind of like, okay, and they're like, we need assistance in the front garden.
You hear a window open up.
Mhm.
What? You need assistance? I'm so bored. What are you doing
sorry.
down there? I like your hat, but I don't like you.
That's Kyle. Okay. I crank my volume up a little more, and I'm like, no one is talking to you, Kyle.
TK's eye is twitching.
Weary was.
Kindly mind your business.
You just hear a as they're sliding the door. They're closing it.
I hate Kyle so much. Is
Rip
TK still
kinda-
picking up emotions? Or like,
TK is distracted enough with concern for what's going on.
okay. I don't.
But
Glyph hates Kyle. Glyph hates Kyle so much.
I don't think TK needs to pick up on that. TK's aware of everyone's feeling. What were you saying though, Jason?
We all are.
Rick just
Sorry,
kind of
Jason.
interrupts at this point, and he just goes, well, if you don't need me to do anything, I'm going to go find Kratok, and hope everything works out. I saw the blood incident. I don't know what the mud's about, but I mean, I think it has healing properties, so I hope that worked for you. And I guess I'll see y'all later.
Mr. Talon, a child is
Oh.
missing.
Yeah, but like, I don't think I'm that great at finding children.
Yeah, but like, that's not my problem.
That's not my child. Could you kindly inform Kratok that Bradley is missing, and it is an
Yeah.
emergency?
Yeah, of course. I'll let him know. I got a couple guys that could probably look out. You know, they could look around a bit. Might help.
We may need them.
Yeah.
Also-
I'll let him know too.
You see, like a person kind of pokes out from a bush. Hey, boss.
Oh yeah, they're in the bushes.
Boss, you need us to do something for you?
Do you
Yeah,
need your boys?
What do you need, boss?
Hey, could you
Yeah.
could you describe the child? You know, so my guys can find them.
And like
Oh,
4 or 5
literally,
people
no.
come out of the
No.
out of the bushes. There's like
We-
pigeon plumerians, crows, like that kind of stuff.
No,
Talarians.
look, you literally cannot describe this thing.
What's gonna be a little
It's
hard there to
weird.
find this one?
No, just
Alright,
look
yeah,
for
just,
like the weirdest kid you've ever seen.
Is generally shaped like a human child most of the time.
But with like a
Sometimes.
weird face.
Like a human.
It looks all
Like a-
kinds of messed up.
So it's like a normal
ever
human
had-
child.
Have you ever had a baked potato? Just
I think
imagine that, but
think we
also
have.
a child.
Yeah, I think we.
Someone
everyone?
stepped on.
Yes.
Glyph, Jess, you now have character art you have to do.
Oh, no.
All right, so we're looking for a
Baked child.
boy who's like a baked potato that's been stepped on.
Yes.
Yeah, baked potato boy.
Hey, Rip, you
Okay.
want us to go? You want us to contact Larry?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You could talk to Larry about it. See
Get
if he
the
knows
network
anything.
moving. Okay, yeah.
It's a pretty weird description of a child. It's out of my
Feeling like we could.
ballpark here, but you know, if you find something like that, just bring them back here, I guess.
So they take off. A few of them fly up into the air. A few of them are just like walking away. And Rip, you leave as like you're going into the house, and Twillia is rushing past you with this puppy in tow. Bubbles is barking and borking and chasing Twillia. Twillia is not so much bringing Bubbles as running away from Bubbles towards the randos outside. But you do go into the parlor where, they have all the chairs and tables and everything set up. There's these large bookshelves, and you see that Kratok is just sort of sitting there, like tuning one of the instruments that's just been left in the room.
Talk! Bradley's missing.
Did you guys follow me in?
Oh, I thought it was just Rip. Sorry.
Oh, I
Yeah,
also
that's what I thought.
I got confused.
Oh, it's okay. I'll bring you all in a second.
You just
You can
hear
be in there if you
TK
want.
screaming in the background.
Yeah.
Glyph gets the first servant we see and is like, 2 guests have fallen in the pond. We need towels now. Thank you.
That's me, servant boy. Happy to get towels.
Servant boy. Rip goes up to Kratok and he says, Sir Kratok, we need to step aside and have a little conversation for a minute. Oh yeah, actually I was looking for you. Funny enough. And they sort of look at the party and just look back at each other and sort of like shuffle off to like a side hallway or whatever to talk. So I got a proposal. Well, an offer of sorts for you, Sir Kratok. I'll get straight to the point. I was wondering if you could make an acquaintance with Miss Eliandra at the ball. Just as a sort of like a favor between friends. Yeah, I mean, Eliandra's lovely. I could talk to them at the ball. That's not a problem at all. I have 2 things for you, Mr. Talon. First of all, I was wondering if you could look after TK37, sort of take them under your wing a little bit. Is that the... Wait, is that the goblin? I just saw the goblin, right? Yeah, that's TK in the flesh. Maybe we could see if she likes being around you and your folks a little bit more than, hanging out with the, I guess, prim and proper prestigious people, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know if I really like your tone on that one, Kratok. But yeah, we could see. What's the other thing? Well, Rip, I need a different sort of favor here. I was wondering. Now, I know you are a man of certain means. I'll take that as a compliment for now. That's how I mean it. Sorry, it's a little weird. Would you be able to find out the next of Kyle Bywood's business meetings and maybe even attend it with myself and Weary? We need to make an offer, one that he can't refuse. And I'm not proud of having to say that, but we're in a bit of a bind here. So if you could figure that information out and where we got to be and when, it'd be much appreciated. Huh. Kratok, you got it. I'll let you know, probably in a couple hours. I don't think it'll take too long to find that out. And Rip looks around like at his goons to see if there's anyone hiding in the indoor bushes.
Probably like two still sticking around.
And he just kind of like nods towards them, like just sort of knowingly. Hopefully they got it.
Got it, boss. They slink off.
Yeah, I think that'll be no problem at all. Kratok. Yeah, I'm pretty curious to attend this business meeting anyways, you know. You always gotta do a little dealing with the Biowoods, you know, the old standard. But yeah. Oh well, thanks, Rip. It means a lot. And oh, actually, you're gonna owe me one though, because that's 2 favors for one, you know. So I haven't made up my mind just yet, but we'll get back to you on that. Okay. I'm kind of worried now, but a deal's a deal. And they shake wing hands.
As you're doing this, you can hear TK screaming your name very faintly from the front door.
Kratok?
Yeah, screaming Kratok's name.
It could be Rip. You never know at this point. Kratok sort of hurries over.
So you're rushing out as you're... Oh, sorry, you were going to say something?
No, not really. That's
Okay.
fine. Go ahead.
So you're rushing out, and you see the scene of Twillia is being chased around the group of randos. TK is leaning on one of the pillars that like leads in towards the household and is like yelling for you. There are some servants who are like looking out. Some other people are like looking to see what's going on. TK and Alora look rough, and you see Glyph there as like servants are carrying in bags past everyone.
I mean this in the nicest way possible, but what the fuck happened here?
It doesn't matter. None of that matters. We don't have to worry about any of that. Look, Bradley fell. Bradley is gone. Bradley disappeared. We have to find Bradley. You know how much I care about Bradley.
I completely forgot. We could just retcon that like Rip told Kratok about that.
Oh yes.
Rip forgot.
Your
He
towels.
forgot in like 5 seconds.
Glyph's taking the towels and kind of giving them to Alora and TK.
Rip
Yes.
was telling me about that. Do we have a good way of finding out where Bradley might have gone?
TK raises her arms dramatically at Bubbles, who just kind of runs right past.
And Bubbles stops and looks right at you, tongue lolling out.
I like the idea.
I need you to find that weird child. And she gets up real close to Bubbles' face and gets right up in it and just like holds the side of his head.
They lick your
Oh.
face.
Oh, thank you. Bubbles. Bubbles. I need you to find Bradley. The weird kid.
Roll me an animal handling as they just look at you with pure joy and unconditional love.
Oh no.
To roll
I
charm
forgot.
because it's petticoats.
Oh right,
and
that's. Oh yeah.
you're gonna owe Bubbles a favor.
I'd say yeah. You could do a charm. You don't really. Oh, maybe you have to give them a treat or something.
Belly roll.
Yeah.
Like extra belly rubs and 2 treats at dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, real quick. Okay,
I thought-
what's
Spoon of mashed
what's my
potatoes.
charm? Oh no. I think I'm worse at charm than I.
I will
Damn
give
it,
you
charisma.
I'll give you an additional +1 as Bubbles just really loves you.
I thought for sure you're gonna hold Bubbles up to Laura and be like, he smells like this one.
I mean, we're not we probably will.
Honestly, I've always pictured Bubbles as about the same size as TK.
Yeah,
so
they
I don't
are,
think
yeah.
she could really she could probably pick them up, but it ain't gonna be easy.
In your
And
current
right now,
state,
she
you
feels
could
like
not,
Shit.
yeah.
You got his little face though.
Yeah. So I rolled a 7.
All right,
Thanks
so
for that +1.
yeah, you just have to give them some treats. They'll do it. They get the general gist of what you're trying to do, and
Yes, the weird kid. You gotta find the weird.
so you
That
get a
smells
couple
funny.
of the things that Bradley has been hoarding in Alora's room. You find like there's a really nice vase that Bradley likes to sleep with. There are like knives that Bradley has been collecting, a lot of them.
We gotta collect the greasiest things in here.
The greasiest thing is there's this little pewter bear, and Bradley just hasn't let go of it for the longest time until they tried to eat it, and then Alora had to like pat them on the back and have it like pop out, and Alora has not let Bradley have it since.
Yeah, TK sniffs it and she's like, oh yeah, it's got the stink on it.
It smells like potatoes. It doesn't make any sense. So Bubbles smells it and is excited and is racing around and just starts going. So I imagine they set up a carriage for all of you because there's no way that Alora and TK are going to be running anytime soon. But who is all going along for this ride?
Definitely Glyph. I think Twillia, after getting chased by Bubbles, she's a bit like, yes, you all go, follow the dog. I will make sure we check here with Rip Talon's men. He could be in a cupboard somewhere.
Oh wow,
Could be
if
the cupboard.
Bubbles is able to follow that smell into town, that boy must be so stinky.
I
Because-
don't.
Because he was in a car.
I don't think you understand how I've been describing Bradley as an otherworldly terror. There is some would describe Bradley as a monster.
Honestly, I can only imagine that all of the Plumerians must be noticing because birds have a pretty muted sense of smell.
Hmm?
So like even if they do smell it, then it's gonna be like, wow, that must really smell.
Yeah.
I was just thinking this too. In Plumeria, it's very, very likely that a lot of their foods are incredibly spicy because birds can't be bothered whatsoever by spice. They can't detect it. And so it could be that they're eating stuff that a normal person would eat and they just immediately like spit it out and be like, no, what is that? And like
Fire.
Kratog's like taking a ghost pepper and eating it and it's fine because birds aren't bothered by it. And so it could be very likely there's so much spicy food in Plumeria.
Just
but I
walking
did.
around, your eyes are watering just in the air.
It's like they grab like door handles, right? And then you grab a door handle and wipe your eyes and you're like, why?
I can't see.
So
But yeah, Twilly is basically on damage control for Crestfeather Manor. Just
a lot
because
of it.
the Crestfeathers have so much going on already, that they're just gonna make sure everything's cleaned up, everything's in order, all the packages are gonna go where they need to go, everything's gonna be fine.
and
when
everything's
they come
starting
back
to
with
arrive for
Bradley.
the ball as well to be prepared.
So she's also has to help with that because Lady Crestfeather's ill. So she's like, you will be fine. It will all work out. We'll all be here when you come back. So she's not with the party.
So you all take off in this wagon, and naturally, as in all dramatic moments, the rain begins. The rain starts pelting down as you're all rushing forward into the main town of Saria. You go past a lot of Plumerians who are quickly trying to get out of the rain. A few like it. You see a few duck Plumerians who are happy, and there's a bunch of little duckling Plumerians. They're all just marching along as they're heading out into the rain, just ever so pleased. You are following along Bubbles, who is having a bit of a harder time with the smell now that the rain has picked up. And it's taking more and more time. Alora is getting weaker. Alora, it's almost like, think of it like you're hit with a very heavy illness, like you have bad flu as you're sort of leaning heavy on TK as you're sitting beside them. And you feel your forehead is starting to burn up a little bit. But then Bubbles finds something. They start barking like crazy as they're just bouncing around it. And when you all, get out of the carriage and look down at it, you see there is this fork that looks like a lot of the forks in the Crestfeather Manor. And looking around the area, it's a lot of these larger warehouses that are just storing a lot of goods. Plumeria has begun finally interacting with some of the outer kingdoms thanks to the Crestfeathers. And so there are these places where they started constructing warehouses to bring in and export goods. And you're outside one of them as you're looking down at this fork.
TK points at the fork. We're on the right path. Everybody get your weapons ready.
Well, I thought we came to a fork in the road.
It's Doug Plumerian, like
Ka-tak!
20 feet away, is like, ha! As they keep walking.
This is no laughing matter.
I'm
Glyph
sorry,
can't
I
laugh.
just couldn't help myself there.
But Glyph's like, no, that was actually very, very amusing.
Thanks.
TK, as you try to grip a weapon, you're holding it and it's weak. If someone just like you tried to swing and they slapped your hand, it would fly out. Glyph, a lot of your systems are still reconstructing themselves. You had your body put together by a god, but they don't know the first thing about machines. They know a lot about organic beings. Putting a soul into a machine, not an easy task. So you're still repairing a lot of yourself.
Glyph's actually having a lot of like video, like sight issues, like errors and just kind of like distortion. And their battery hasn't been higher than like 70%. They can't get it to charge.
And Kratok, your hands have been trembling as you grip on. I think you have a rapier, or
Yeah.
you grip onto your rapier, and you just remember those people screaming, begging, not wanting to die, and your hand is shaking, rattling this rapier in its scabbard, and Alora is doing everything they can just to stand up. What would you like to do?
I'm definitely like kind of like at the back at this point, and I have my staff, but I'm definitely just like leaning on it more of like a walking stick than like a weapon.
So, where would Bradley go?
Everywhere and nowhere at once.
Would you care to roll some dice in the dice game?
Yeah.
To determine?
Yes, I pick up the fork very carefully and I show the fork to Bubbles. I'm like, Bubbles, you have been a very good boy. We are very close. Where is Bradley?
I'd say
And
study a situation.
Charm. Yeah, study situation.
That way you can ask some questions about everything.
Nice. Oh, I got a 10.
All right,
Nice.
so you can ask 2 on the list.
Okay. Study situation. Let's see. That is oh, sorry, y'all.
Oh, good.
I want to know what can we use to our benefit and what is being hidden from us?
So you are looking around, and it's this
Clues.
warehouse district. As you're trying to figure out what to do, your party is in rough shape. As you're trying to figure out what the hell can you use. You do see that there are a few carts that have been discarded. There's some work clothes that are placed on some of them that people have been wearing in the area. You see that there are like tools and stuff that could feasibly be used as weapons if you needed to. You do see that in the muck and mud, there is clear tracks from one of the automobiles that leads up to one of the warehouses. And it looks like it went in, dropped someone off, and then took off, judging by the tracks.
Glyph, I'm kind of leaning down and I notice the tire tracks going up and coming back. Something pulled up here and was dropped off. Could Bradley have hopped in someone's vehicle? But yes, also what's being hidden from us?
You like looking around the warehouse. It looks like a lot of them are being like there's no one around there, but you do see the warehouse like something pulled up to. You do see there are like a lot of footprints. It looks like someone's like making the rounds, so someone's probably going to be here soon.
I'm muted. Okay. Yeah, I kind of just because I'm used to wandering around and scoping places out. I notice that, and I say, this specific warehouse is being patrolled, which is strange. We may want to check this one first, but we need to be quick.
PK, Hef's, she's trying to put on a strong face, but it's pretty obvious it's taking all of her effort to like hold this candlestick steady. It's like, all right, let's go in there and get him.
So the four of you trudge forward. Bubbles is trotting alongside, not knowing really the situation. You make it to this door in the warehouse. You try the door, it's unlocked. You grab onto the handle, slide it open. Looking inside this warehouse, you see there are bags of flour that's set up, and not like insect flour, like actual just straight up flour is set up in these bags all along the sides. You see there are like mixing stations that are set up in here. There are ovens. There are tables that are full of this freshly baked bread. Doesn't look like there's many people in here, but there's something that looks like
you found a lot of secret bread operation.
But you see this thing that's set up not too far into the back. It's like this chair that's been like brought in to the area. There's some strange contraptions along the side. And Eve, tell me, what does it look like as Delata is standing over this chair beside Larry Loon as you are looking down at Bradley?
Well, I since we had talked Bradley into coming out here, we're giving him bread, making him comfortable, and we're starting out with how long have we been here, would you say?
Probably like 20 minutes, half an hour. You've started the extraction process.
All right, so we've already tested. We already know it works.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I could do the test myself, but this thing's weird. I don't know if it'll mess with me, so we better test it out first. So yeah, no, if it works, yeah, like let's go ahead and get some of that juice out. Not going to do a full drain. But make this last.
So Bradley is in this chair, like strapped down. They have like a little thing that's strapping their head down too. Their features are kind of drooping as you're taking more blood out of them. They look weak and pale, but they're trying to smile, and they're just absent-mindedly chewing on this bread. Alora,
Wow.
when you see Bradley, even though you're so exhausted, you're just filled with this burst of anger and energy. What would you all like to do as the door opens and you see Delata there, standing beside Larry Loon, who's adjusting these straps on Bradley?
Roll for initiative.
I was gonna say we don't really have initiative in.
Like, how do I physically beat this bitch into a pulp?
Well,
It's a little tricky since you're all in a rough state.
can I do one thing first?
Yeah.
So we walk in, so we
Pull out
see.
my gun.
Yeah, pull out my gun. So Larry Loon's there and Delata, and Bubbles is with us. It's not really animal handling, but I want to do what I've done before, and I do the very specific whistle, and I'm like, Bubbles, sick 'em, and I want Bubbles to attack Larry Loon.
Bubbles didn't die. Bubbles is fine.
Bubbles is fine.
Bubbles is in a good place at the moment. So you send Bubbles off, and they
Oh, no.
start borking. They're strong dog. They were trained
Yes.
by Tiffany. And Larry,
I will note that Delata is a predatory bird. Like,
Larry looks over at this toad wolf coming towards them. And without even so much as blinking, these red eyes glance over. They take a hand crossbow out and just shoot. You hear a yelp as Bubbles skids onto the ground.
Well, well, well. Looks like Rip sent someone a little quick. I didn't think they'd send this fail brigade.
He doesn't get to finish that sentence. Glyph is having some technical difficulties, but is still very fast. And I'm never unarmed. I have a dagger. I'm gonna
I'd say
throw it at him.
roll to protect an ally.
Yes.
Boo, you shot my dog.
Yeah. It was 7. Wait. But I actually get a +2 to that. Oh, because I have I'm obstinate.
So you get a 9. So you rush forward. You have this dagger, and you're saying you're throwing it at them?
Mm-hmm.
You hurl it at Larry Loon. It flies through the air. They get out of the way, and it cuts across their shoulder. Just as they feel this cut, and they make this call. And if you've ever heard the call of a loon, it's very, very distinct and quite loud.
They didn't have it in Sirenscape?
Let's see if they do.
Sirenscape, you're being put to the test.
Probably gonna get something very different when I type in loon.
It's a little niche, but I was like, wait, birds.
Loon calls.
Nope.
They
It's
have-
all about
they have-
floons.
Balloons.
It's a floon.
A floon is a D&D monster. It's kind of like a floating
Oh.
jellyfish.
That's a floomph.
I don't
A
know.
floof.
Flumph.
A floof?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what y'all have in Canada. Y'all might have floons.
Maybe.
Canadian D&D is different.
Google loon. Go on to YouTube and listen to what a loon sounds like. When you hear it, you'll know. I used a modified version for a monster. But this call sounds out. And you hear people like suddenly coming in through the back door. It's a lot of people. So they're all walking forward.
That's some fancy footwork from a hunk of junk.
Yes. That was your only warning.
Delata puts her hands up into the air, like motioning towards both sides. All right, everybody, calm down. This is all clearly just a big misunderstanding.
What's there to misunderstand? You kidnapped Bradley and you killed a dog.
TK is she already threw down her candlestick and she's run out to Bubbles. I did not kidnap the child. The child came with me willingly.
Okay, groomed.
Do you not understand what you have here? I am merely testing the child to make sure that they are not a biological hazard to my friends and my family.
Hey, you didn't think to
Bullshit.
say anything.
Laura, your hand is gripping your staff as your nails are growing. Your teeth are becoming sharper. As you're holding on to this, your body, it feels feverish, terrible. You've only felt this way once before. It was in the basement of the facility when you transformed into something terrible. So you're slowly beginning this process. TK, you rush forward to Bubbles. You skid onto the ground, coming up to them. The bolt hit them in the shoulder, thankfully. But it still went quite deep. They are breathing heavy, they're whining. As you're there, you're putting some pressure near where the bolt hit. You're looking over them. You start getting all these thoughts. They're all entering your head. There's so many of them. There's thoughts about how disgusting you are here, how your friends are dead, how there are people coming in from all angles. You're surrounded. You're hearing everything that's overwhelming as multiple people are coming in through the back. Some of them are at the side, some of them are at the front. You're holding onto Bubbles. You smell their fur, this wet dog smell, as you're putting pressure on there and looking around. And you just hear a thought.
They saw the bread. They gotta die.
All right, everybody. I think that we can all get out of this alive and unscathed if we would just calm down for just a minute. Let's talk this out.
How can we calm down? They saw the whole operation.
Delata just does the brow pinch right above her beak. I know that, Loon. I know that. Why do you think I wasn't talking about the operation?
Why are you bringing all these people here?
Loon? You say one more goddamn word, I will slice your throat and make you swallow your own beak.
While you're saying this, funny enough, you hear the snaps and cracks of bone and sinew. You hear the tear of very fancy fabrics. And you hear a hiss and a clicking sound as your head turns towards this reptilian creature that stands where Alora once was. This long tail with spikes going along it, flicking back and forth. These arms coming forward, ending in these jagged claws. Numerous eyes along the top of the head as this mouth snaps forward.
Delata's just going to say, "Okay, ice them," and she's grabbing the jar of the blood. She's gonna try to run.
So Alora, I want you to roll to protect someone as you are rushing forward towards Bradley. I will give you a +1 as well on this.
I got a 9.
So you rush forward. Delata just escape your claws rushing as Delata, you grab this bag of blood that is there and you are scrambling past. A number of these goons are running forward. They're overwhelming all of you. TK, you are swinging at these people. You grab onto this piece of wood that's on the ground. Kritok, your hands are shaking as you draw this rapier and you're batting away swords and clubs that are coming your way. Glyph, it is all you can do to duck and weave as you threw your dagger just recently. And Alora, you have so many of these Plumerians and Telarians jumping onto you. They're weighing you down as you are just marching forward still. You have 6 or 7 people on you, and you're still making your way towards Bradley. There are more people pouring in from behind you when suddenly a door is kicked open. Lightning flashes, illuminating a figure as we hear the jingling of rings hanging off of wings. Rip, you're looking in at your warehouse. You're looking at Larry, who's swinging this club towards TK's head. Looking at all these people. The people that you commanded just recently. And all this chaos. What do you want to do?
Rip just yells out, "What the fuck, Larry?" and runs at him and tries to like stab through his chest with his talons.
Okay. Yeah, I say we're gonna... There's not a lot of stuff of physically attacking people on this.
Probably defend person still.
Yeah, I think we're still gonna do with protect an ally.
That's a 9.
You rush forward, this jangling of these rings on your wings as you leap into the air, your raptor talons sinking into Loon. As they grab onto you, their beak just pecks right into your chest as you feel these just hits right in you. Blood is leaking down. The two of you are stuck in this furious tangle as everyone else is just getting, like Glyph, you are batting away a few hits and then you feel someone hit you in the side of the head. Your vision just scatters and you keep having all these glitches, errors, colors are wrong as you're trying to make everyone get away from you. Alora, you are tossing people into shelves, you are throwing people across the way, but more keep jumping on you. They're hitting you, they hit at your knees as you're finally making it forward. Your claws go and you grab onto the chair that Bradley's on and you're cutting the restraints with ease. And TK, you have a number of people that are around you and Bubbles. Bubbles is snapping at people, but they can't get up. There's just too much pain on one of their sides. You hit a person in the knee, but then they come down and they bring their hit like right down on top of your head, and your head just fills with everyone's thoughts screaming at you. There's so much. As all of you are being overwhelmed, Kratok, you dash forward. You hit one Plumerian, clipping their wing and flicking your blade out. And as you go to swing at this other, it's this young Plumerian. They just got wrapped up in all this gang work, and your sword is about to go towards them, and you remember those people screaming. You hesitate just for a moment, but it's a moment too long as someone just punches you right in the gut, and it sends you reeling backwards. Rip, you have Larry Loon on the ground. You are just hitting them down as they're scratching at you, clawing at you.
No one was supposed to come to the warehouse. What are they doing here?
You done, Rip. You done. Everyone thinks you're a joke.
Rip just loses his shit after he hears that and just goes right for the throat. Like he's going to try to tear Larry's head off.
Roll it again. See what you get.
Oh, that's an 11.
So Larry grabs onto you and you feel their claws just pressing in and raking down.
You're a joke, Rip. You were ever since you took those damn feathers out of your...
And you just rip their throat out with your beak. You bite down. The predatory senses fill your brain. Evolution cuts out a lot of things, but it would take millions of years to cut away this natural sense of taking out a predator right in front of you. As you pull and their throat tears as they look surprised, these wide red eyes looking at you as they're clawing at you and then holding their throat. They can't make any sounds, just gasping and gurgling. A lot of the people see this happen. They start quickly backing away.
Looks like I'm going to have the last laugh here. And then Rip looks up to kind of survey the rest of what's going on.
You see this reptilian monstrosity. It throws away the remaining Plumerians on it. Laura, you crouch down near Bradley. And Bradley looks pretty weak. I don't feel very good.
Can I talk?
You can turn back if you want, if you feel like that's what Alora would do. At this, I feel like you'd have like a connection with Bradley that you could at least get across what you're feeling.
Yeah, I'll kind of just like put my head up against his and just
It's so hot when you feel their forehead, like they're burning up. And you see there's rain that's dripping down through the ceiling. And when it lands on your skin, it's like sizzling and steaming off. You're both in a similar condition. Now the adrenaline is starting to wear away and people are backing up after what Rip did. You are feeling the exhaustion. You're looking at Bradley, and it clues in. Bradley being able to transform. Bradley having no problems with coming back from this other world. You having issues ever since. Bradley took your powers. All of them. And you are seeing Bradley. Bradley can't exist in this world without them. But all that blood being drained out of their body, a lot of it connected to you, it's too much. There are two things that you could do in this situation. You could do the first, the one that comes first to your brain, your godling instincts. You could absorb Bradley into you. Bradley would be technically with you in that sense. And you would have your powers back, no problem. Or you're a godling. You don't age. You just sort of exist. You can go timeless. You can give that up. Live a normal life. Normal lifespan. And Bradley would do the same. But you would no longer be a timeless being. You would age just like everyone else.
I'm gonna sort of like put my paw
It's like a talon claw,
yeah on Bradley's chest. And like before I really make a decision, I just kind of like look around at everything that's going on, because I've kind of just tunnel visioned into my child and not really paid attention to what's going on. And the Rip is eating somebody else. The lot is gone. Bubbles. And when I like look at TK and Bubbles, I kind of let out like a similar kind of like sad like whine almost. And
I will say this. If you give up your immortality, you can give that to Bradley and have your powers go back to you. So Bradley isn't relying on that. But then you would age like everyone else, and you're not sure how old you actually are.
As I turn to look back at Bradley, I'm just before, I guess, like, so I'll switch my voice back to normal before I actually switch my body back. You know what must happen. This is the only way I can keep you safe. This is the only way I can keep you with me. I am so proud of everything you have done for us. For me. You've given me a chance at a life I never thought I would have. I love you, Bradley, and I'm proud of you. And with that, I'll do like one final like press in to kind of just like snap everything and just let him kind of release before I just kind of launch him.
So you feel this as you press into Bradley. Bradley grabs onto your hands. They smile weakly at you. It's okay. I won't be gone. And you absorb Bradley back into you. You feel this power rush into you. But you also feel another consciousness rush into you. They're there in your mind. You hear them. You feel them. You feel them. They're looking through your eyes as you are absorbing all of this back into you. This glow just ripples around you. And as you do this, and you absorb Bradley back into you, you gain this ability, this gift from Bradley. Now on as if you're using your wild shape ability, you can transform into this super predator that you've gained from the far realms, as Bradley has given you that connection. And Alora, you collapse down to the ground. You feel your body transforming back. Your head is resting down. Other people are looking at themselves or looking at Rip as they're backing away. And they back away from the rest of you. TK, you're still there. You're holding on to Bubbles. This blood is seeping through your fingers.
She's still swinging. Her eyes are closed at this point, and she's just yelling and swinging this candlestick as hard as she can.
Alora, you feel your powers are back. What would you like to do at this moment?
I'm gonna actually take a page out of TK's book a little bit, and I'm gonna
Just start bottling
maternally.
everyone? Oh.
No. No. I'm gonna maternally rage, so I'm gonna bolt out where the fuck Delata went.
All
I'm
right.
going after that bitch, and I'm gonna take her down.
You rush, and even though there's no greenery in here, these leaves and little spores and everything kick up into the air as you rush past. A lot of people get the fuck out of your way as they just saw what you were able to transform into, and you're rushing out the back door. You head out into the rain. The rain's it hits down onto you. You already feel your fever is passing. It's going away as you are running at this supernatural speed. Delata, you are fumbling. You had another vehicle left for you at the back here, as you figured you were going to make your way home after this whole thing. And so you're fumbling around with the keys. You're trying to get them, and the keys drop from your hand, splattering into the mud. You are holding on to this bag of blood, and you see in this rain-slicked window behind you, this godling is rushing towards you.
Out the door, she's flying.
All right.
Not ideal conditions, but fuck it, let's go.
So I'll need you both to make me an opposed roll. Delata, I'll have you roll using wit. Or, I guess grace. Grace makes more sense. And Alora, I'll have you roll using virtue. You're still getting that +1.
13.
Oh shit. Damn it. No.
Don't fuck with a pissed off mom. She's pissed. They are so mad.
That's a 9.
You start flapping up into the air. You make some distance, and you feel a hand close around your leg as it pulls you back. Your hollow bones not helping you much in this situation as you fall back into Alora, and the two of you just tumble down onto the ground.
So I know we're not in D&D mode right now. Can I entangle her ass anyway?
Yeah, we're dipping into a weird territory for this game that was never meant to be.
I had to pull it up. I was like, fuck, what spells do I have? I don't remember.
Yeah, we're...
Just as like a note, I guess, on to what I'm kind of doing. I will willingly, like... I don't want to say like grace for sure, but I guess like protect an ally, because I'm still kind of pissed about everything that's been going on, not just with Bradley, but everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And she's definitely the root of all evil right now, besides Kyle.
She.
You're muted.
Nope. Yeah, she's not evil. She's just.
Mid sentence, Alora's just gonna swing.
Roll a wit and roll a protect an ally. So, Delata, you're using wit here.
I got a 12.
Hey. Damn it! I got a 10.
Petticoats and dungeons. You swing this hit, and it hits Delata, like across the face, and Delata, you swing a talon, and it rakes across Alora. The both of you are taking 2 harm to your goodwill.
Alora, I need you to listen to me.
No, you're the reason my boy is dead.
He is what?
You made him so weak he could not live here anymore.
God damn it, I told Loon.
Swing!
Both you roll again.
No.
My dice just like me. They're going, we'll play nice, we won't crit, but we're gonna make
I got
it high
snake
enough, I
eyes.
guess.
Oh.
And yeah, I got a 10.
That's a 3.
You hit Delata. And Delata, you are taking 3 to your goodwill as you feel just like this smack across your head with this staff. As your head is swirling, you're pushing against these vines that are holding you down, but if anything, you've tangled yourself up more. This bag of blood falls down onto the ground. It hasn't burst or anything like that. It just falls, lands in the ground.
Alora, I need you to understand. I need that, okay? You can live forever. I can't, okay? I need that.
You don't need any of this. This isn't your magic. What are you gonna do? Put it in the bugs?
What? What bugs?
Are you just gonna drink it? Like, how are you supposed to consume this? Because clearly you don't know how godling magic works.
I injected. Do you have any idea how old I am?
No, and I don't care to. You reek either way.
Alora, I think that we can work something out. Admit, I might have gone too far with this one. I was getting desperate and I apologize. I swear to you, I meant no harm to the boy.
You took his blood. You drained him. You drained me as a consequence.
In all fairness, I have no idea what the boy was.
In all fairness, how is any of this fair? You did this without his consent. You did this without parental consent. What is wrong with you? And I'll swing again.
All right, both you roll again.
Oh no. That's a 7.
Oh, you're just in luck. I got an 8.
So the two of you just hit right onto each other. You both take 1 harm to your goodwill as this claw rakes up Alora, slashing at your arm. And Alora, you try to hit at Delata, but all your vines are in the way, so you only get a glancing blow.
You have no right. You're coming back with us. You're going to go to the Crestfeather Manor and explain what has transpired here, because with our luck, this has already gone back to the courts.
Oh, yes, I'm sure that they're going to love to see that a bunch of homeless vagabonds have been beating up nobles in the streets. I'm sure they'll just enjoy that.
I'm sure they would love to hear that a noble was using somebody as a science project.
Oh, please. We all do shit like this all the time.
You're not convincing me you want to live here.
You
Very
hear the crack of a pistol. A bullet flies through the air. Delata, you feel cold all of a sudden. Stepping from the rain is a person in a strange-looking hat, not designed for the rain. They are wearing a horrible combination of flannel and leather as they step forward. A pistol is in their hands, and it says Kyle along the side of it.
Oh, God. Kyle. Oh, Kyle.
Laura, don't worry. I took out the vagabond and saved you.
Is Delana like still hanging on?
I'll give you something to say for sure.
She's like breathing and like looking down at this hole in her chest that like clearly is like punctured a lung and severed a couple arteries, and she can't put her hands up to try and close it. What the fuck? I'm not fucking done yet. Fuck.
I'm afraid you are. And do you know why? And Kyle walks up, the rain slicking off this terrible hat. As they get closer to you, the squeak of leather in the rain. They come
Like the
up.
SpongeBob boots?
Yeah, right near you. Because I got the ball in the cup.
What's that mean? What's
Oh,
that mean?
Lord Kyle, thank you so much. She killed Bradley, my child.
Oh, really? Oh, I just thought they were just being annoying. Now I'm really a hero.
Yes,
mean-
you're my hero.
Of course, Alora. I am here to take down the traitor. And they are gone. We'll never bother you again, this strange person. What were they doing? They were killing children?
Yes, she kidnapped my child and
Okay,
was using
bro.
his blood for. Oh, I'm milking it.
What's happening?
Blood for.
Really? Oh my god! I thought like maybe I thought maybe you would be just like yelling at each other. Like,
No.
I'm honestly willing to bet, because we've already declared it canon that Delana and Kyle have banged before.
oh, yeah. Well,
And I'm willing to bet she has absolutely told him that she
Yeah,
uses
probably.
godlike blood.
But it's
Because she's
Kyle,
like,
so he
okay,
doesn't
well,
fucking care.
It's like he's immortal. He gets it.
yeah, he like it's all just about him looking good at the moment. So he looks like a hero. He's eating this up. Well,
Laura's
and Laura, Don't sit in that smelly cart. Head towards my automobile. You get in there and you rest and take you home. I just imagine the rest of your vagabond friends and the terrible Glyph is in there and they can take the cart.
Oh, thank you, Lord Kyle. I graciously appreciate it, and I do apologize on behalf of my friend and her, well, barbaric actions toward you.
What? Oh, right, the goblin.
Yes.
It's fine. It's no worse than what my assistant did on Giftivus Eve. Oh, I got them a present, and I was like, this is what they need. They beat me with the present. I don't know what it was.
Wait, was that my character or was that an NPC? I can't remember
Isn't
anymore.
it?
That was a long
Yeah,
time
well,
ago.
that's probably an NPC.
That was a long time ago.
The two of you
Okay.
are walking back to Kyle's automobile that's outside there, just puttering, and Kyle gets the door for you as you step inside, out from the rain. You look across the dark inside as there's every so often a little bit of lightning flashes. As you watch some lightning flash and illuminate the face of Lady Arabella Bywood as she smiles at you. Hello, Laura. It's nice to see you again. And the door closes. Meanwhile, the Crestfeather Estate, where the sun is not shining and the air is filled with rain. That is how people say things. That is how words are constructed into sentences. We see Dudley Flufffeather flying through the rain, very disgruntled. As they're flapping away just over this sad scene in Saria proper. They land outside the Crestfeather Estate, where even in the rain, we see Twillia yelling at people to set up these different things for getting ready for the ball. And they sit down on this wet bench. It is me, Dudley Flufffeather, and I'm here to sing to you one of the songs from the Earth Realm. It goes as follows. It has been half a fortnight since you cast your gaze upon me, placed your head at an angle and declared your rage openly. A fivefold turn of the earth since you guffawed at my being, declaring, fix your quandaries and return to my place of being once more. Thrice days since the parlor room. It dawned upon me then that the fault lay on my shoulders, but the secret, it stayed in my heart. 4 times you had exonerated me, though there would still be 2 more cycles of the sun until I revealed my guilt for my wrongdoings. Thank you, everyone. I shall return on the morrow. And they flap into the air.
That whole song transcribed would be like 15 minutes long.
Oh my god, it took me a long time just to write this one up.
Yo, what just happened?
Delana got murdered.
Delata died.
Laura got kidnapped.
Gelada got birdered.
You just got Kyled. Laura got stronger,
Laura got angry.
and Laura got sadder.
Boy, ate their child.
I will.
Laura ate Bradley.
Ate your baby boy.
So I spoke to Michelle about this outcome. I was like, okay, here. I was thinking of these 2 things. I pretty much ever since the end of the previous season where you all blew up and Bradley came into being, I had this plan for Bradley, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to have Bradley be in a situation where they have to be absorbed back into Allura, and I was like, oh, this is really fucking dark. was like, I don't know about this story. I was like, I was talking to Michelle, and I was like, okay, I'll have another part where Allura can give up their ageless immortality, get their powers back, and like maybe that'll be an option. And I was surprised at Allura absorbing Bradley back, but the story though, it's so fucking good.
Cam
We've
said,
got
yeah, now
Bradley.
you don't have to do Bradley's voice anymore.
Yeah, that's what you think. Now Bradley's in your head. You can't get away.
I thought it's not. Can I barf him?
You can't even
No,
plug
do
your
it.
ears.
He's just gonna tell you to eat things. Be like, you should eat that. Put it in your mouth.
Every so often you'll have a really childish impulse to like chase after something, steal something.
Joke's on you. I do that anyway.
There we
That's
go.
where he got it from.
It's just gonna double up.
But you know what? It's Lochrailta. There's probably a way to get your parasite child out of your body
Oh,
into one that won't fall apart.
it's free healthcare, so I'm sure you can figure something out. Yeah. The entire place is free healthcare. We'll say that much.
Love it.
We're in a fantasy game. Alrighty. Well, we've hit the end. Yes, I did say we'd hit the ball today, but that scene was too good for me to rush it. So I had to have us all sit in that scene for a little bit longer. But I do hope you enjoyed it. Alrighty, so we have hit the end of our session. Let us all go around the table. Anything that we want to promote, anything we want to say. First off, we will say, as always, Rise from Nyarlathotep keeps a very heavy stance to abolish all landlords. If you are a landlord listening to this, I want your stuff to be abolished. Landlords have destroyed the housing market, and they did not permit Ian to be here for to play Weary. That was due to landlords. So yeah, another thing to hate landlords for. So yeah, abolish landlords. But
Yeah, fuck landlord.
we are hitting up the end of our podcast campaign. We have one episode left to go. We just have to record a couple lines for it, and then it is ready. So be excited for that. It is very good. I'm so excited for this finally to hit the light of the world. It was recorded like a year and a half ago, so I've been wanting to tell this story for a long time. So check that out. We are going to have it released probably this week, I'm thinking. Also on our Patreon, we have released a sneak peek look at the next campaign that we'll be doing, which will also be released on Twitch and YouTube. So we will have a video version that'll have character art for like the characters talking, trying to work in animations, that kind of stuff. So I have a rough draft put up of our Call of Cthulhu group. So really cool. Check that out. I'm very proud of it, what we've come up with so far. And we'll also have a podcast version of it. So don't worry if you're not a person who really wants to watch a lot of audio, that kind of stuff. There is a podcast version, so just follow our podcast feed and you can listen to it with just your ears and not your eyes. Fantastic. Multitasking. What I want to recommend is I've been listening once again to Audiomorphs. I've been listening to the Hork-Bajir Chronicles, and what a delight. I am surprised at how much I remember from the Hork-Bajir Chronicles, but how much I don't remember from college that would help me with my day job. So, what a world. Human brains, am I right? So, check out Audiomorphs. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun listening to it. Go over to Meg.
Hey, I'm Meg. You can find me on Twitter at Narnia's Pants. Right now, I'm just big sads because being a teacher sucks right now. We're in week 2 and it's hard. Beyond that, you can find me there on Twitter talking about anything and everything, hyping up everyone and everything. I'm the world's most obnoxious hype man, so if you need it boosted, I will probably be doing that anyway. Support your educators. We don't get paid enough. I put way too much money into my classroom, so if you want to help me not do that, I do have an Amazon wish list that is up and available. If you see the mini fridge there, no, you don't. There's some transactions that are in the process of happening, so don't worry about that. But anything else is free game. Everything else besides that, just support our stuff, support our Patreon. Whatever you do to support us also supports us actively getting paid. Thank you, Lucas. And support small streamers. Find one that has less than, 10 views and just be like, hello. And, you know, have fun. Talk to them. They're just as lonely as the big ones, but the big ones can't talk back. So,
And Jess.
Hi there, I'm Jess. I am mostly recovered from being ill. I'm art_fantastical on all the social medias. I'm not great at finishing stuff. Real good at starting stuff. So I always have like 10 unfinished Rise of Nyarlathotep fan arts. But I want to work on them and finish them, and they will be posted on Twitter and Instagram and all those fun places. I've just been sick and napping. I don't know. Watch the Terror TV show. It's really good. I'm reading the book, not as good. But the show is fun. It's spooky and people trapped on boats in the ice and something's hunting them. Ooh, spooky. So yeah, I think it's on AMC. I don't remember. But yeah, book's not good. But watch the Terror on AMC.
And Eve.
Hello, you can find me over at Lawless Vic on the Twitter. That is Lawless is in crime, Vic is in victory. Let's see, I forgot all the things I was going to recommend.
you could recommend doing your recordings for Lucas.
Shut up! I would do them. Ooh, everybody always recommends them at times where I can't do them, and then
good,
when
don't
I do
worry.
have time to do them, I totally forget. Nobody reminds me until I can't do them. I can't do them right now because I gotta go to work. Anyways, I don't know. Go fucking listen to some trash. Get a dog. I don't know. Don't let your dog get shot by a crossbow. But oh, you got me all mad. Remind me to do things so I can't do them don't work because I got really bad ADHD and I feel bad about having that problem.
You're good, don't worry.
Fuck. Oh,
I love bullying you, but it is all with love.
so mean to me.
Is that Coke still not good?
No, it's still not good.
All right, nobody buy it.
Is it trash?
We'll go to Jason.
I also kind of say goes into some trash. It makes some great sounds sometimes. The little rustles here and there. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just so funny to me. Yeah, just thanks for coming out, everyone. It was fun. This was a good one.
So we are going to go ahead and raid someone, but I would like to remind everyone. So I have lots of life going on for the next 2 weeks. Oh, my spouse's birthday and our anniversary. So I will be very busy. So for the next 2 weeks, there will be no Rise. Our players will get to rest on Tuesdays, eating Tuesday meals, and enjoy not having to rush dinner. So, hooray! So, we will be back, though, on, let me look at a calendar, the 6th. So, I know it's difficult. You gotta wait till the 6th to see what happens, get to the ball, but don't worry, that gives me a lot of time to plan the ball. So, it'll be good, fun, all-day in-game event. But get ready for that. We'll be back on the 6th, so 2 weeks off. I'll get a little bit of sanity back, too. So, a lot of fun. I'm just going to end up doing more projects. You know I am with all the free time. Let's jump on it. But we're going to go raid someone. Let us see. Who we going to raid? Oh, wow. Everyone's on.
But have you played Raid Shadow Legends?
Whoa.
Sponsor of Raid Shadow Legends.
We need to get that sponsorship. Everyone else has it.
That's how we know we made it places. When Raid Shadow Legends message us, do you know how many people message us? They're like, hey, Ballad of the 7 Dice D&D podcast. I see that you are a podcast with sound. Would you like to feature our sports product to your people? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking. You don't even know who we are. All right, so we are going to raid. Let's see here. Oh, we've rated Just Dorky Teacher before. Let's go ahead and rate them
Yeah, and like the
again.
last time we did that, they went off to another channel.
Oh
but
no, are
should
they
be
done?
on tonight. No, they should be on. They should still be on.
All right.
It was the last time we went to go see them that they like had just ended.
Well, tell your friend to keep playing games, as we are going over there
We are on our way
to watch
and bringing everyone with us.
Hunt Showdown.
All right. Go ahead and rate. It is intended for mature audiences, so everyone, no one gets scared now.
Yeah, it's the video game, not slutty comments, so you're fine. Well,
I don't know.
I'm in chat, so it'll be slutty comments, but the rest of it's just video games.
Well, there you go. All right, so we are heading on over there, so we will see you all on the 6th. Bye now. Have a good 2 weeks. Ta-ta.
Bye. Come back for the ball.
Okay.